I literally just woke up not that long ago, and I thought I'd do a video because I've been struggling this month, the past couple weeks. I've been having really bad, I guess, social anxiety. I know growing up, ever since like maybe my junior year of high school, I've always had depression, so seasonal depression. Whenever it was cold or gloomy outside, I would feel just really sad. But it's never really stopped me from socializing or just going outside and doing whatever I needed to do. I would just do it at random hours. Like I would wake up really late at night to get homework done or just to browse the internet, whatever. So recently, the past 2 years, I've been having anxiety and depression on and off, on and off. And it's really got me to a low point. And then when I started eating differently, like eating more protein, eating more meat, I kind of got over that. And then occasionally, like, I would have days where I had really bad anxiety, but eventually it went away up until this month. This month, it's just been like hell for me. It's been so bad to the point I would wake up in the morning and I would feel as if I can't get out of bed. Like I would curl up into a ball, and I'd feel like I'd have so much fear in my heart. I felt like I couldn't even go to the post office. I'd feel like I couldn't take my car to the shop. I felt like I couldn't go to work. So I was missing a lot of days of work, just calling out. I would feel sick. I just didn't feel good. Like I felt really down on myself. I had a lot of negative feelings about myself. I had no confidence. It was just torture. It felt like torture for me, and I could feel like, everything is pointless, and that I can't be an adult. I can't be responsible. I just can't handle it. And it seems like it sounds like depression, because a lot of people who have depression can't get out the house, don't want to socialize, or just really sad. But I wasn't sad this month. I didn't feel sad. I just felt fearful. I felt really afraid. Maybe I would think that, me driving on my way to work, something bad would happen. Like maybe I would get stopped by a cop, I would get a ticket. But honestly, like when I think about it, is that the worst that can happen? That I would get a ticket, that I would get stopped by a cop and get a ticket, or maybe even get into a car accident. And say if I turn out fine, it's like, what am I so worried about? But yeah, so after, days were going by, and, I would want to draw, I would want to make some art, work on animation, I started to get frustrated because I was wasting time. Like I was just laying around, feeling so guilty for not being able to get up and go outside. So I've been reading a lot of things on the internet, and just, talking to other people, and they're like, well, have you tried mindful meditation? And I'm like, I don't really meditate. Like I don't sit in a pose and do some yoga or anything. So I'm like, you know what? I haven't tried praying in a really long time. I was raised up in a Christian family, and I used to pray all the time. And I noticed over time that has, just dwindled. I stopped just taking the time out to actually sit down and have a conversation with God. So I'm like, why not just try it? Why not just give it a shot? But at this point, I just feel so horrible and so scared. I'm like, why don't I just take my problems to God? So I didn't get on my hands or knees or anything, but I just did a prayer and I told God exactly how I felt. And I didn't feel anything immediately after that. So after I was done praying, I just got into the shower, and I remember getting out and not even really realizing it, but all of a sudden I felt lifted, like I felt better. So I don't know, maybe I'm saying that prayer or meditation, whatever you would like to call it, helped me, but I'm really not sure. Maybe a part of me had just told myself that, you know, you're fine, you could do this, but I felt like I couldn't, you know, I just didn't want to anymore. Another thing that I tried, that I read on, was copper, and how copper can have like healing properties to it, like it can absorb energy, or I forget, I would have to look it up and like, you know, post it for you guys so you could check it out. But I've learned a lot of things about copper and the benefits of it, and I know that my boyfriend likes to collect metal, and one of the things that he had was copper. And I remember a few months back I was getting these headaches, and I was going from room to room. Every time I would step into the bathroom, I felt fine, but then when I would go back into this one room, my headaches would come back. So he told me to try holding his piece of copper bar, and I did that. And I remember just like laying back on the bed and placing the copper bar on my head, and I lie to you not, but my headache went away immediately. So I was like, wow, like that's really weird. So I took it off, got up, and I went back into the bathroom, and I felt fine. But then when I walked back into the room, my headache came back. So I kept doing this back and forth, back and forth. And I'm like, wow, I think this copper is working. So I ended up buying a 1950s copper choker off of Etsy. And that same day when I went and I did my prayer before I got into the shower, I remember putting this copper choker on. So I don't know if it was the copper or the prayer or just me being like in my head mentally like healing myself, but ever since then I'm just like, you know what, maybe I should either take a prayer or meditation, or I should just be more aware. But I noticed that like it could also be the environment. Sometimes I can sit in one place for too long, because I do sit and animate and like to watch cartoons every once in a while, movies, and I'll just be in this one place. And you know, if you don't really have good energy in that room, then, or in that space, wherever you're at workplace or even outside, then I feel like it can really disrupt your peace, your health, your mental state of mind. So what I've been trying to do lately is to just, whenever I have something to do, even if it's raining outside, instead of just sitting there and, you know, laying around while the weather is crappy, I decide like I should get up and get out of the house, or maybe move to a different room, just feel a different environment to change my perspective. And so far it's been working, but who knows, like, will this social anxiety come back? Will I be afraid of just being outdoors, being around people, being at work? Maybe. I don't doubt that it won't come back, but that's what I've been dealing with lately. And I know that a lot of people have anxiety and depression, and you know, they talk about it like it's cool, but there's nothing cool about not being able to pay your bills. Something cool about not wanting to hang out with people that you want to hang out with. Like, it's exhausting and it makes you feel scared. Like, I truly feel scared, like terrified, like laying in bed and just feeling so helpless and just hopeless, and it's really defeatist, and I don't want to be there again. But yeah, anyway, I feel like, you know, I'm talking a lot in this video. I just thought that maybe I should share this because I've been wanting to make a video about it for so long. But you know, I'm glad that I didn't make the video while I was going through it, because I wouldn't really have anything to give back to this video. Like, I wouldn't be able to really tell you, you know, what I've been doing to help with my fear, my anxiety, just my issues. But I know that it's really like slowing me down, and I know it's slowing a lot of people down. A lot of people are going through this. I'm sure it's probably due to just society and the pressure, just being responsible most likely, or maybe just being overwhelmed with just life, you know. Yeah, so it's really hard talking to a camera right now. Like, I feel kind of weird doing this, but it's not like I haven't done it before. But I guess that also plays a part in like the social anxiety. Just performing in front of people can be a little weird for me, and maybe that's why it's hard to go to work, or, you know, just be out in public, you know, running my errands. But yeah, I mean, if you guys are going through something similar, please let me know, and let me know some of the things that you do when you're going through this, or how you got to this point, because I would really like to know how to prevent it, or how to just settle it, you know, stop it from getting out of control before, you know, it's too late to, you know, before I take off of work. Like, I don't I don't like doing that. But yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna end this video because it's getting really long, and if anything, so if anything happens, if it comes back, or if I've discovered something new, I will definitely let you guys know. So alright, see you guys.